Hey, and welcome to another episode of everybody's favorite local TV show, iKnowJax. How do I know that it's everybody's favorite? Well, just ask me. I know many of you DVR my show, so you may not have noticed that, well, we've changed our broadcast time. We're now on at 6:30 p.m. on Sundays, so many of you can now actually be able to watch the show when it airs. How cool is that? Every week, I'm also doing an iKnowJax live show on Facebook. It's kind of like this show and kind of not. It's live, which means, well, you can ask me questions during the broadcast, and if you're lucky, I might even get a chance to answer. And anytime you work online or do live, well, things happen. There are no safety nets, so to speak, so that's sort of the excitement of live casting. Now keep in mind that if you can't watch me at 4 p.m., the video will be available on my Facebook page as well as on my website over the weekend for your viewing pleasure. But enough of me talking, let's move on to our first story. I've been wanting to visit this place downtown for a little while now. Now you probably are already familiar with their food truck. It's one of the most popular food trucks in Jacksonville, but now they've opened a brick and mortar store for the Happy Grilled Cheese. Hey, it's Joe with iKnowJax, and I'm hanging out downtown at the Happy Grilled Cheese restaurant. You didn't know they had one? Yes, the famous Happy Grilled Cheese food truck has a restaurant as well. And I'm checking out some of their best food. These are the dishes you have to try. The Fancy Schmancy and the Daddy of the Mac. So Anthony, tell me how you got started with Happy Grilled Cheese.
The Happy Grilled Cheese started as a food truck concept. When I was trying to basically leave my corporate job, I was sitting there writing menus and kind of concepts for food trucks. I kind of noticed nationwide that the food truck thing was taking off about 5 years ago, and the Jacksonville laws were changing. So I was ready, as soon as they became legal, I kind of had a grilled cheese concept ready for a food truck, and then it just kind of went from there.
Why grilled cheese?
Just a universal appeal, to be honest. I just figured something you could eat morning, noon, and night, and it would appeal to someone from 9 years of age to 90. Everyone likes a grilled cheese, so we do serve a basic grilled cheese, just your classic, and then we all put a whole bunch of crazy ingredients in there from, barbecued pulled pork, mac and cheese, any kind of meats or veggies you can think of. One of our biggest sellers is one called Daddy of the Mac. That's one that starts off with our 4-cheese blend, and then it's got homemade mac and cheese, pulled pork, and sauteed onions all inside the grilled cheese. Another one we're going to show you today actually is one called the Fancy Schmancy. It's one that's got mozzarella cheese, goat cheese, bacon, sun-dried tomato, arugula, red onion, and a balsamic glaze. So that's kind of one that's a real popular one as well. We actually were doing a wedding a week before a big food truck rally. So we kind of needed a signature sandwich for the wedding party, because they kind of gave us a couple ingredient lists that they like. They like goat cheese and sun-dried tomato, so they asked us to do a sandwich with that. And then we also needed to enter a best sandwich for the competition the next week, so we figured that would be a good way to use those ingredients. And the last name of the wedding party happened to be Yancey, Y-A-N-C-Y, and entered it into the food truck championship here in Jacksonville, and we won best sandwich with it, and we named it the Fancy Schmancy and put it on the menu. Yeah, we even do a fun dessert melt that's served on a sweetbread. So we take a cinnamon sweetbread, toast it up real good, and we put marshmallow fluff, Ghirardelli chocolate sauce, milk chocolate crumbles, and also graham crackers in it. So it kind of tastes like a melted s'more.
Talk to me about something new for you guys here in the restaurant, salads, right?
Yeah, salads. So it doesn't have to be a cheat day anymore to eat at the Happy Grilled Cheese. You can eat here, without guilt. You can get, grilled cheese once a week, salads a couple times a week, and not break the diet at all. From here, I'd like to add, another food truck to the mix, just because that's obviously our customers on the food truck side of things in Jacksonville are great. They support the trucks. I want the next one to be more in a residential spot with full service. Seating, got a waitress, and an accompanying cocktail menu, maybe some live entertainment. So I think that's my next step, go more residential, away from downtown, residential spot, and make it a party, a big grilled cheese party.
So besides the Fancy Schmancy and the Daddy of the Mac, they also have salads and dessert sandwiches like the s'more sandwich. I'll see you guys at the Happy Grilled Cheese.
Say cheese!
You just can't go wrong with melted cheese of any kind, can you? For those of you who have had a hard time finding one of your favorite local food trucks, now you can visit Happy Grilled Cheese downtown anytime. They have tables and AC and great food too. Now we're going to continue with the food theme, but we're going to talk about healthy food next. Next, we're going to another place I've had on my list for a long time. I've heard a lot of great things about this place, so I decided I had to go check it out.
I started years ago as a child growing up with Crohn's disease. I had to learn how to, my mom and I cooked with different ingredients like almond flour and coconut flour, and using different things to be creative in ways to eat foods that, you know, made me feel good but made me feel like I was still eating the same stuff that all my friends got in their lunches when I was a kid. And then just as I got older in college, I've taught fitness classes and was a personal trainer for many years, and realized, you know, how much time, you know, is needed to prepare meals, especially when you work full time and you're trying to work out and take care of your family. It's nice to have, you know, stuff that's ready to go. You just heat it up, and that's kind of how it all started. We do cater to a lot of people with gluten and dairy allergies, but I would say the majority of our clientele is just working professionals.
Can you talk to me about a few of the dishes that you make?
Yeah, our menu changes every 2 weeks. So, but we always feature the same 26 items. So it's like you know, several chicken breast options. There's always a pork and a beef option, and salmon and shrimp and like a white fish, and a couple of vegan options as well. So even though the menu rotates and the flavors change, you're always still going to have those core proteins and base meals that just kind of change the flavors every other week. So it's exciting.
So it must be a challenge for you to come up with new recipes all the time. How do you do that?
Yeah, it is pretty challenging, but we do have a lot of favorites, you know, fan favorites that the customers love, like the vegan mac and cheese is really popular. So the favorites come back and filter through a lot, but between me and you know, always watching Food Network and loving, you know, Bobby Flay and Giada and Ina, and then working with some of my chefs, my head chef, and we kind of brainstorm and talk about, well, what was your favorite thing that your mom used to make and cook at home, or, you know, so we brainstorm a lot here too, so we always come up with some good ideas. Yeah, so not only do we have the store where you can swing by and just grab a couple things, anytime we have 2 different ways that you can kind of be ordering through the website to have it delivered to your home, your office, or one of our free pickup locations in town. You can order a la carte style, so if you just want to buy one meal or a couple meals just one time, you know, or that we have the weekly meal plan subscriptions where if you're super busy and you just don't want to keep up with something, it's nice to have, you know, automatic delivery every Monday. Kathy's table's on the way. Oh, great, perfect. We got lunch, all right.
Very cool, very cool. So business for you has exploded to where you're at. Where do you see yourself going from here?
Oh gosh, I would love to have a Kathy's Table in every major city. You know, just being able to be one location and to deliver and have that local delivery service is really cool. But even having, you know, little retail pop-up shops around town where we still make the food in the one facility but have, you know, different retail spots.
If you want to eat healthy, but you're like me and have a ridiculous work schedule, ordering meals from Kathy's Table would be a smart way to go, and their food is tasty too. Now, you can't have good food without good wine, and that's what we're going to talk about next. I just wanted to let you know that I'm now sending out the Insider every Tuesday. You'll get tips and ideas for cool things to do, plus you'll find out what I'm up to and where we're filming next, that kind of stuff. You can subscribe to the Insider on my website at iKnowJax.com. Last week, Chris and I explored a wacky way to open wine bottles without a corkscrew. We used a blowtorch, and this week we're going to continue our exploration. And next we're going to try
a little bit less volatile this time, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going safety first on the whole thing, but
you know,
yeah, absolutely.
And I think this will work pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've only seen it done against a tree.
Well, so we're going to try it here on the
just with the
floor
shoe
here in the studio.
I don't think it has to be a hipster wingtip shoe.
I think that's
you think that
crucial,
helps?
I think that's
it is crucial. Okay, don't do this with like a flip flop or something. It has to be a hipster wingtip. From what I hear, yeah.
Hipster wingtip.
Yeah.
These did not come from my closet, by the way.
No, this is actually a shoe from home, so I didn't want to take off one of my sweaty shoes. So we're just going to go at it. I'll do the honors.
Go for it.
All right. Okay. Safety goggles on. I can see this being a good 10-15 minutes of me doing this, but
we'll let you know how much time has actually elapsed if we can get this.
Yeah, if we. I can see it just exploding in my face. That's totally what I.
Well, I mean, it is bubbling a little. I think your technique's off.
You do?
Let me give it a shot.
Well, there you go. All you.
See that? It's already making. See that progress?
Yeah. Amazing. See, I think your technique's off.
You think?
I don't know. Keep going. See, yeah, you do, don't you? And we still haven't gotten anywhere. I think it needs the wall.
Well, after several minutes of pounding on the floor,
25 minutes to be exact. Yeah.
We realized that the videos that we watched and the research that we done, they were actually doing it against a tree. So maybe we needed to go vertical with it.
I did actually say that.
He did, and I think this will work pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've only seen it done against a tree.
We're going to try vertical and see what we do.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see if that works.
Cool. All right.
Go for it. He-Man.
Yeah.
It's working.
You think?
I see it.
Okay, I don't see anything. I'm too busy annoying the people in the building.
Okay, stop.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Oh, we're getting there.
We are seeing progress.
Okay.
I think it's far enough out you can just pull it out.
You think?
Well,
I could do this for a little bit longer.
Okay, sure. All right, you're done.
Like it.
I love it. And now we're going to try a bicycle pump. But what we've done is there's a
pre-inserted the
needle.
Yeah.
Like you used to inflate a football or
there you
a basketball.
If you're into that kind of thing.
Jam that bad boy right into the middle of the cork.
Well, safety goggles on. Again, safety first.
He puts them on when he's a freaking half a mile up, but that's okay.
I really don't. Okay. What about 120 psi?
Oh look, there's bubbles. It's working.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, boom!
Look at that.
Amazing.
Go for it.
Wow. That was the fastest one yet. That was the fastest one yet.
I say that one almost rivals the blowtorch. Oh, boom! actually have a bicycle pump at my house, and I just never thought about using it to open wine bottles with before. And there you go. Here at iKnowJax, I focus on food and drink and stories, and today you might have learned something new about how to open a bottle of wine, which is pretty cool, right? Here at iKnowJax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on iKnowJax.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit iKnowJax.com/advertising.
Recently, I was at the Fall Home and Patio Show at the Prime Osborne Center. I did cooking demos together with local chefs while live streaming all of it on Facebook. It was a lot of fun. Chef Dennis Chan was there and he showed us how to make dumplings. Rosaria from This Chick Can Cook was there. I learned that you can put grapes with honey in the oven and it makes a delicious appetizer and goes really well with cheese and wine. Then Chef Garrett Lay from the Fish Company made a really tasty fish chowder. After all that, I say it's time for me to go home and practice. I spend enough time hanging out around chefs that I really should be able to whip up some macaroni and cheese or something, right? Actually, I do love cooking. I just don't do it as often as I'd like. Again, I'm going to blame that on my crazy work schedule. I love living in Jacksonville, I really do. I think Jacksonville is a city that's not too big and not too small. It's just about Goldilocks right. Every week I do an extensive search on Instagram for photos depicting life on the First Coast. I'm trying to find photos that show what it's like to live in our area because it's what's special. Here are the ones that I picked for this week. Now, if you're wondering how you can send your photos to me, this is what you need to do. I work together with iKnowJax for this project, so if you're interested in entering your photos, all you have to do is hashtag your photos with iKnowJax and iKnowJax. And every week I search for new photos and reach out to the Instagram photographers and let them know. So keep hashtagging your photos. Who knows, maybe your photo will be picked next time. Well, that's it for this week's episode of iKnowJax. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my live Facebook show on Fridays, and remember that iKnowJax is now airing on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. on CW17 Jacksonville. I'll be back with a new episode next Sunday, but before then, I'll see you on the internet.